Yo, what's up? Welcome back to Alpha Central, I'm your host Jack, and today we're taking a look at modern women being confused how single men are surviving in this economy. But let's jump right in, right after you subscribe, of course.
Disclaimer, this video was made for strictly comedic/artistic purposes. No offense is intended towards any individual featured in this video.
Why does it feel like I'm being punished for being single? Living on my own and paying for rent myself is one thing, but adding unemployment on top of that? It's been incredibly stressful. It's not just the financial pressure, it's the emotional weight of carrying everything myself. There's no one to split the rent with, no one to tag in on the bills when things get tight, and no one to reassure me when my savings drop lower than I'd like to admit. And it hits the hardest at night, when I'm lying there wondering how I'm gonna piece it all together again. And it's just me and my overthinking brain all night long.
It's gotta be tough when nobody wants you as a partner or as an employee.
My whole little boring life, my cute little clothes, my OOTD clothes, my favorite lippies is all packed up in my little Mazda. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm going somewhere. I work from home. I don't have anywhere to work from home now.
I get that this situation is hard, but why is their first instinct always to film a depressing video and post it on TikTok?
Hey, y'all women, speak for yourselves when y'all say y'all don't. Because, baby, I need a man. I don't want to be independent.
Lucky for her, I'm pretty sure men weren't lining up to be with her anyway.
2 times when you don't want to be living alone. 2 times you don't want to be living alone is when rent is due. That every single month I go through that. I should get a boyfriend. Then I can split rent. The second time is when you're sick. I would die right now for someone to bring me chicken noodle soup and a Gatorade. Like, I just have to go get up and do those things for myself, which I just want a little empathy.
If it's just about splitting rent and being looked after, then it's probably best you stay single.
A lot of people don't know, but I've been homeless for the past year after I broke up with my ex. I was living with my mom, I had my bed there, so I'm so grateful for that. But I had all my stuff in a storage unit.
All my stuff here, clothes, shoes, purses, stuff, more stuff, more stuff. Even a TV, little duende, suitcases, everything.
It makes me a little emotional, of course, seeing all of these, because that means that I trusted a man, and of course, I end up like this. I'm not doing that no more.
Maybe I'm missing something, but how is it the man's fault that she ended up homeless?
Oh my gosh, being single is so expensive. This is not what I signed up for. I really gotta go buy outfits just to go out, just to try to impress these fools. And then on top of that, when I do go out, I gotta at least buy myself an initial, beginner drink. So whatever that price may be. Sometimes I even gotta pay to get into places by myself. I'm just so disgusted.
I wonder if she knows that there's other ways to meet people, besides spending money to go to bars or clubs.
A lot of y'all women need to stop getting online, trying to act like dudes be splurging on you and spoiling you and spending all this money on you when you really just be begging. A lot of y'all women problem is the fact that you idolize the lifestyle of a high-priced escort. If you not no if you not no escort, if you not selling your body in no type of way, random men are not giving you money. Please, get a grip.
Finally, a woman who actually has some common sense.
After I said I would require a deposit to take me on a date to cover my date preparation costs, I'm now working with an app developer to make this a reality. This is actually happening. We are building the app. The woman can set the deposit rate and the man can pay for her date preparation costs. So as a woman, you're going to walk into the date already so happy, and that's going to lead to a better date and a better connection, and that gives the man a better chance of succeeding in courting you.
Actually, one of the oldest professions. And the bottom line is that I don't care how you cover it up as some sort of new age dating app. Every man and every woman that signs up for this, they know what they're signing up for. A man is paying a woman for certain goods and services. That's what it is, bottom line.
I love how she thinks she's empowering women when this is basically just a digital escort service.
I want provider man and I'm feminist. You know, I quite often talk that I would like to have a man who is more financially responsible in our family, who pays for dates, who pays for rent, etc. Aside from myself, I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to earn money because I love it and I enjoy it. But I want a man who pays the rent and who is kind of having provider energy, but still wants to be a partner with me. Why I want it? Because I saw it in my family.
Good luck with that. I can guarantee not too many men are rushing to put themselves in that position.
Honestly, it looks like being single currently is the worst thing you can be in 2024 from the financial standpoint. I've just seen a data stating that the average single person spends over £800 a month more on housing, bills, and food in comparison to people who are in relationships. Definitely way more comfortable and way more realistic for you to rent the apartment or even the house with your significant other than by yourself. I thought about it multiple times, how much money I would be able to save up if I didn't live on my own, if I was splitting rent and bills with someone else. I literally feel like I'm not only being punished by my own loneliness for not having someone in my life, but I am also very much punished by the economy and my financial situation all the time for having to do all of it by myself. I feel this pressure on me recently to literally find a partner because of financial reasons, not because I want to fall in love and be with someone, but because I want to afford things and I can't afford them.
At this point, they're not looking for a relationship, they're just looking for convenience.
Girl is so expensive, especially right now in this generation, because all the girls in their teens are getting their nails done, their lashes done, their hair is perfectly dyed. Literally, we gotta keep up and make sure that we're on point in order to just look presentable.
I never want to hear about no Dusty saying that women should go 50-50. Because I literally, being a woman is so much hard work. I literally spent the whole day since 11:30. I got my hair done, my nails and toes done, my lashes done. It is freaking 8 p.m. right now. Can y'all believe this? Plus, I think I have a little bit of a cough coming down. But anyways, I don't want to hear no Dusty ever saying that women should be paying 50-50 on any date or whatsoever. Matter of fact, you should be giving money for me to get ready for my date and everything. Do you know how expensive that was? I spent like $700 or more today on my freaking self. God damn, this is insane. Being a woman is so expensive. I can't do this anymore.
If it's that expensive, then either you need to get a better job or stop paying for stuff you can't afford.
Single income, no kids. How y'all doing? Sinks. And that's perfect because that's what I feel like I'm doing right now is sinking in this economy. I cannot buy a house. I don't know that I'll ever be able to buy a house. I barely make it. I gave myself $150 to make my house festive for Christmas. And now I'm eating ramen noodles.
The single tax is so real. Like, I'm genuinely, like, I would move my parents into my house right now if my parents, like, lived close to me. Like, they're renting, and it would just, like, make my life so much easier. To have somebody to split these bills with. Everything is so expensive. I'm like just genuinely like fighting for my life.
Turns out being a strong, independent woman isn't as easy as it sounds.
In college, I dated a very traditional Christian man who asked me at one point, how do you feel about after you graduated, we just immediately got married and you were a stay-at-home wife and you didn't have to work? I was honestly offended by that question because I was so passionate about this thing that I was getting a degree in that I was just so eager to enter the workforce and do this thing that I loved and get money for it. Fast forward to today, I've graduated, we broke up, I'm now working in the profession of the thing that I got a degree in, and I changed my mind. I changed my mind, I don't want to do it anymore, I'm done.
I'm afraid it's too late for regrets now. Time to get back to work like the independent woman you wanted to be.
So it's been a minute since I've had an actual fucking crash out, and I've never had one on here, so let's fucking go. Because what in the actual dude? How do they expect people to make it anymore? Like, how? How do they expect people to make it? I wake up every morning, go to a job that's an hour away, work 8 hours, 5 days a week. I work 40 hours a week. I'm a single mom, so I come home and I have to do laundry and dishes and make supper and do homework and showers, and I can't even afford to pay my bills anymore, you guys. I can't. Like, ugh. I don't know what else to do anymore. Like, it's to the point I'm getting ready to take my ex-husband to court for child support. Struggling so bad that I can't even pay my bills. And I work my off every day. And I just don't know how they expect people to make it.
No talk about improving her situation, just how to get more money out of the ex. Tells you everything.
So I'm leaving the gym. That's all I do. And my favorite old man, Nick, he's like 80 something, says good morning and whatever. But this time he comes up to me and goes, by the way, are you single? And I got a little wide eye. I was like, Nick, I'm looking for a strapping young lad. He goes, I used to be a strapping young man. I go, yeah, I could see it. He has a mustache. I could see it. So did I give my number to an 80-year-old today? Yes, I did. And you know what? You got to risk it. You got to. I should say you have to. No, gots to. You gots to. In this economy, you have to.
It's crazy how instead of trying to earn more for themselves, they'll just find a guy with money, no matter the age, and call that a solution.
Do you know how expensive it is living on your own as a girl with a dog? Like, I've known it's been expensive, but I really just thought about it, and I was like, you have your rent, and then you have your utilities, and then you have your phone bill, and then you have your car payment, and then you have your car insurance, and then you have your renter's insurance, and then you have your Wi-Fi, and then you have then after all that, you have to get laundry detergent, you have to get your laundry pads thing, you have to get dishwater, you get paper towels, you have to get your makeup, then after that's run out, you have to get your skincare, you have to get your feminine products, you have to get dog food, you have to get your dog insurance, you have to get... That's crazy. And this is my invitation. I want to give up my independence. I don't want to be an independent business girly. I don't.
Funny how they're always talking about independence until the bill shows up.
How expensive it is to be a woman in today's day and age. I'll start with my tier 1 of products that I use every single morning, but this totals to about $650 in product. Next is my nighttime routine. These products total about $610. So products alone, I'm gonna say are around $200 to $300. And then there's the actual tools. This blow dryer alone costs $300. Let me just point out that I did get that on sale, but still. So if we're talking the total of the tools, that's probably another $500 to $600 right there. Of course, it's important to keep in mind that lots of these are one-time purchases. And most of the products last between 3 to 4 months, but these are still things that we have to pay for that you don't. It's hard for me to total all that up, but ballpark, and this is me being on the conservative end of things, I'd say it's about $1,000 worth of product. There's a lot of pressure to be hairless, tan, poreless, beautiful people. And you know who put those beauty standards in place? Men. You know who owns lots of those beauty companies and fashion companies and famous lingerie brands? Men. So if you're gonna tell me what I should wear and how I should look, the least you can do is buy me a drink.
Can we just talk about how expensive it really is being a girl in today's day and age? I know it's like getting your hair done, getting your nails done, getting your eyelashes done. I want to talk about the shower expenses that girls face. I had to exfoliate my body. And why did I have to exfoliate my body? Because I needed to prep my skin for self-tanning. I know guys can do this too, but I think girls do this more often. Hair care, if you did dye your hair, the shampoos, the conditioners, the hair masks, everything is so much more expensive as a girl. Shaving as well is so expensive. Laser is like $1,000. If I don't do these things, I just feel like I don't feel amazing. Let me know.
Women have been saying for years how this is all for them and not for men, and yet they still expect us to fund it?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, babe.
Let's go. I'll get the door for you real quick.
I know we get ready to go on a date or whatever, but I need to leave some money for the kids so they can get some food from the DoorDash. You mind giving me a couple dollars?
A couple dollars? This is our first date. Where they daddy at? With the money?
All that don't matter. I'm asking you. I'm going on a date with you.
I know, but that's not like technically, like, you supposed to have that set up before you call yourself going out on a date. The children should already be straight. That shouldn't be like a responsibility on me. Like,
so my
pay
kids,
for your kids' food.
Yeah, my kids not important to you. It's a package deal.
We just met. In order for a package deal, we just met. How, like, this all happened like real fast. Like,
So you're not gonna give me no money to leave for my kids?
No, that's not. You should already have that straight before you called yourself going out on a date. No, I'm not. That's not. You know what? Maybe this wasn't a good idea.
Really?
You don't have your children straight, so you shouldn't be going out on a date.
So you just gonna cancel the date? You're not gonna help me with the kids or feed the kids or nothing?
Those ain't feed the kids. They not my kids.
That was never a date for her. She was just lining up her next free meal. And her kids, too.
As a single 29-year-old woman, I have 3 jobs. And I'm still struggling. And I'm just getting myself farther and farther into credit card debt because I don't have enough after the first of the month to avoid using it. Full-time job. Not doing it. Got a second job. It's barely doing it. The third job. Hit or miss. If I even get paid on time. I feel like I'm drowning. And I don't know what to do. Okay, do I just find a boyfriend so I can split everything with him?
You can't just outsource your bills to a boyfriend. I'm afraid you're gonna have to keep grinding.
It's so hard planning for the future when so many variables of your life are like uncertain. I'm like, will I have a +1? I have no idea. Will I have the money to afford a flight? I have no idea. And while I have hope and excitement that, you know, my income will be replenished and I will eventually meet my future husband, not knowing when is definitely the most frustrating part. And I would constantly tell my friends that I'm also just sick of traveling. I just want to stay at home and like have my routine. But as I was like reflecting further, I think a big part of why I don't want to travel is that I'm just like tired of doing everything on my own, booking the flights, carrying my bags, figuring out transportation and accommodation. Like I just have seen, obviously, through my sister and her fiance and my mom and my dad, like what it's like to just be a team. Like when you're on a relationship, when you're in a relationship, you don't have to do everything on your own, you know?
Sounds like the best thing you can do is suck it up and stop traveling alone if it's that big of a deal.
Why is it that I have to work 40 hours a week just so I can have a place to live? 40 hours a week makes me $2,000 a month, and my rent is $1,660. So I work 40 hours a week so I can have a 2-bedroom apartment and an extra $300 a month. Like, it doesn't cover my phone, internet, food, you know? So not only do I not have any extra money, but just working makes me so exhausted that I don't have time either. Like I get off work at 5:30, come home, and I'm just so tired.
If you're living alone, why are you spending $1,660 on a 2-bedroom apartment when you only earn $2,000?
The exhaustion of single child-free people, let's talk about it. Clearly, I am the poster child of this today. And not one person on this green earth is meant to do any of this shit alone and by themselves. We are not meant to do the executive functioning and the tasks of 12 people. And yet here we are, doing exactly that. Break down your life into like specific categories, right? Like you have your home, you have your work, you have your social, you have your health, and you have just like all of these pieces of your life pie. And each one of those little pieces of the pie needs to be nurtured and cared for. And there are only 24 hours in the day. And maybe you want to sleep too, you know what I mean? And one person to take on all these tasks. How I'm going to show up in a specific place when I have already taken different energies out of my life to do these specific tasks. It's that. That is what exhausts the mother out of me, is having to it's multiple jobs. Like I'm doing a million jobs that require a different skill set, and it's goddamn exhausting.
At least she realizes how beneficial having a man in your life can be. I'll give her that.
But as a single person, I have to pay my bond completely out of my own salary. I've got to pay my Wi-Fi out of my salary. I've got to pay the entire electricity bill by myself. I've got to pay my entire rates and taxes by myself. I have to buy all my groceries myself. And it seems that every time I go grocery shopping, my groceries have gone up significantly. How are we surviving? How?
Oh no, she has to pay her own bills with her own salary. Oh, welcome to the real world, lady.
Being a single girl in this economy is hard. Either you go on the dating apps or you meet someone in the wild. But every time I go into the wild, I'm spending at least like $150 to leave my house. Then the time I spend in the wild, the whole time I'm just thinking about how much I want to go back home. Yeah, that costs me $150 like every single time. I was telling my friends, I was like, I am about to start calling these bars and I'm like, can you put my picture on like a big screen? And then like if any man at the bar is interested in getting to know me, they can like be like, hi, I am. And then the bar can let me know like you have 5 contenders here. And I just go to the bar and then I meet them and then I come home. Wouldn't that be so simple? Wouldn't that make my life so much easier?
Sorry to burst your bubble, lady, but you basically just described a dating app.
If you're single, it comes with a hidden price tag. The singles tax, and you're paying for it in every aspect of life. Let's do the math. Housing. In this economy, the median rent for a 1-bedroom apartment in the United States is $1,876 a month, not including utilities. Sure, you can get a roommate who eats all your food and never cleans up after themselves, but at that point, you may as well just be in a soul-sucking relationship and pay half the rent. So that's not an option. Food! Yes, we purchase less groceries, but Big Grocery does not proportion their goods for those of us living the bachelor lifestyle. If I want fresh Brussels sprouts, I can't just buy a few Brussels sprout. I have to buy like 30 Brussels sprout. But I don't need 30 Brussels sprouts, so either you end up with wasted food and wasted money, or I have to eat Brussels sprout all week, much to the dismay of my digestive system. Leisure. If the group chat is going on vacation, either you have to buy a whole hotel room or you've got to split it with the other token single on the trip because the singles have to be quarantined in one room because being single is contagious. Now add all that together, minusing the 0 tax breaks we get, and it equals too much.
That's a lot of words for saying I can't find a partner and I'm sad about it.
I'm in my mid-30s and I struggle so much to connect with women who have partners that are providers. I know this about myself. There's a level of envy in a way. I'm envious of them. And I struggle to empathize a lot of the times. Like, I really do. Because it's literally just me. Like, I have to keep a roof over my head. I have to keep up with my health. I have to keep up with my happiness. I have to keep up with my dog. I know that's first world problems. But just like, all these things I'm doing by myself. And I know there are a lot of people out there that can. So to be in your mid-30s doing all of this stuff, it's exhausting.
My name is Jamie. I'm a single mom to 4, and I work 3 jobs, and I am still struggling. I don't have any extravagant bills. Like, I don't have no credit card bills. I don't have a car payment. I don't have any of my own hair. I do my own nails. I will buy meat in bulk, and then I'll separate it myself. I've been doing that for a couple years now. That saves a lot of money. I buy great value. You know, I'm doing things, but I'm still struggling.
It may be exhausting, but it's what billions of people have been doing to survive for literal centuries now.
Okay, so I just got into my car after going on a date, right? And let me just tell you something. I don't know what the deal is with like men now, but I had told him prior that I will be having pre and post date expenses, and is that okay, and are you going to cover them? And I don't know if he wasn't listening or like what the deal was or whatever, but when I handed him the white envelope, he looked shocked, and then he opened it and it's receipts. Hello, pre post date expense.
I'm sure he was listening. You probably just didn't think you were serious. You guys have made it to the end of the video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more videos just like this. And remember, according to YouTube, the best way to help the channel in the algorithm is to watch one of my videos right after this video. So if you like this video, you should watch another one. Till next time.